Episode 1.
Ep 1, Season 2. Are we a Season 2?
Yeah.
We are.
Season 2. Cheers.
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 Welcome back
Welcome back.
to Strong Sisterhood podcast in our own gym.
Oh, let's just take a moment.
I know.
She's here.
She's here.
She's landed.
She's gorgeous.
She's bedded in.
She is bedded in.
Isn't she?
Yeah. Like we've worn her in, haven't we?
We have worn her in.
In a good way.
In a
like
good way.
Like a shoe.
Yeah. Because it felt like, I think a shoe's a good analogy actually, isn't it? Because it did feel like when you buy a new pair of shoes and you put them on and you're like, I love them.
Yeah.
But they're just a bit like, oh.
Yeah. They don't quite...
They don't feel like yours, do they?
Yeah.
You keep looking at them going, they're beautiful.
Yeah. But can't believe these are mine.
Yeah.
And how do I wear them? And yeah. And it's just a new feeling, isn't it? It was, yeah. But that first few weeks of us owning the gym.
Wild.
Weird. Wild.
Absolutely wild.
I know. Oh my God.
Where do we start, babe?
Where do we start? So obviously the last podcast we did, we announced that we were opening our own gym, didn't we? Here we are.
Oh.
Stuck to our word. And that was, we just worked out that was the end of November, wasn't it?
So we recorded them and then the last one went out just before Christmas, didn't it? Yeah.
So it's been like 6-7 months, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And what a lot has changed.
What a lot has changed.
So where are we starting? With the gym?
I feel like shall we?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're here. We're in. We've landed. It's comfy. It's like a pair of shoes that we've got to know.
Yeah. Feels like home now.
It feels like home. The reaction and the love and support has been...
Oh, it's been amazing.
It's
been a lot to like take in, hasn't it? I think, especially those first few weeks, you know, you get in, so many people are like, what you're doing is amazing. And we said a few times, didn't we? Like, it's so hard to actually take in. Because we were just in action mode, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like January, end of December, January was just crazy, wasn't it? Like we didn't have a
such
second
a blur, wasn't it? When you look back at
Yeah.
it, because it was. You're right. You were just in action, like it was like we were just putting out fires.
Yeah,
it wasn't even fires.
No,
but it was just reacting to everything that was happening at the time. So there wasn't any time to really. And we do so much processing, don't we?
We do.
And looking back and reflecting and going, oh, we could have dealt with that better. But at the time, it was just like
we had no time, did we?
There was no time.
Yeah. And we had to obviously buy all of the kit, source all of the kit.
Yeah.
Make sure it was what we wanted.
Yeah.
Get it all there on time. Obviously, when we got this space, it was an empty shell. Like, we had to paint it and clean it and put the flooring down. And
I mean, a shout out to, like, the team.
Oh, yeah.
Team Gym.
Team Gym.
Like, what an absolute... Like, that's when friends and family just...
Yeah.
Pull
we were in
it
this
out
little
the bag.
bubble, weren't we?
Yeah.
So there was me and you, obviously, Tom, your husband, Jim, my husband, Andy, my father-in-law.
We all love Andy.
We love Andy.
We love Andy.
What a guy. Shout out to Andy.
Shout out to Andy.
Then we had Jim's
He
brother
definitely
in.
won't be listening to this.
No.
Shout out to Andy anyway.
Even though you won't hear him. I'll tell him anyway. We had Jim's brother-in-law, Jim's brother come do the electrics, and it was just but we went in like that week. It was lovely, wasn't it? It was like we were in a little. You described it as a bit like a baby bubble where nothing else matters in the world.
Everything just melted away, like any other things. Like even the kids. That obviously we had to still drop them off and pick them up at school.
Yeah.
But like it was the bare minimum of everything else in life, and this was just it. We were just in it, weren't we?
There was nothing else going on, was there?
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom came down hard from it, didn't he?
Yeah, he had to come down.
It's like I don't know what I'm going to do now.
He wanted to start another project, didn't he? He wanted us to
straight away, and me and you were like, no, we're done now. All the men can leave the gym, because that was it. There was so much practical stuff, but there was so much emotional stuff as well, wasn't there?
A lot, yeah.
Not for really anyone else apart from me and you, but just because we are two very sensitive people who feed off everyone else's energy, and like having male energy around us was so different to what we used to.
That was a challenge, wasn't it?
It was hard, wasn't it?
Because there was times, wasn't there, where we had to like put not our trust in them, but obviously we were making the decisions, but we also had to like lean on them and listen to them and take on board what they were saying. And I think that felt like a bit of a tug sometimes, didn't it? Of us, we kept coming back being like, but, you know, this is ours, we've got to remember that, but then we also need to listen to the guys that know about these things. And
where does their knowledge and advice blur into their opinion and like taste?
Yeah.
And we were like, hold on, this is a you thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we want. So that, it was all really tricky, wasn't it?
God. It triggered a lot. Like, I think it was, you know, when I think back now, it was hard. And like, for me and Jim I'm sure same for you and Tom, the gym is confusing because I'll call him James. The gym was like all we talked about, and it became just all encompassing, and he was so helpful and like he was so passionate, but then sometimes I just wanted to like not talk about it and leave it and forget about it, and I wanted home to be home, but then, you know, getting everything delivered to the house and there's weights everywhere, and there was times where I was like, I don't want to talk about the gym, but we need to talk about the gym. And
can I bring up when James put the gym bench up?
Oh yeah. Yes, you can.
Because in hindsight, it's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? So James, not Jim, because it is confusing. So Katie's, James, all the kit got delivered to your guys' house because our house is so small and we have 2 small humans there and there's no space. So you were like, it's fine, have it all here. So it went, and then the day you were like, I've got to tell you something. I was like, the gym benches have arrived, and I walked in and James has put one up and he's like testing it out.
I was fuming.
And I was like, no, I understand why you're fuming, because I'd be the same if Tom had done the same.
Yeah.
But like in hindsight, oh my God, these benches get like absolutely mauled around this gym now, don't they? And like it doesn't matter at all.
And he was being helpful, and that's the thing, he just wanted to be so helpful, which is obviously lovely. But yeah, there was times where I was like, stop, like,
fuming.
Yeah. But you know. But I held in, I think.
I just imagine doing like just a chest press in the middle of the living room. You'd be like, what are you doing? I like
that. And I think it was that thing, because it's ours. I wanted every single thing, you to be there, or you to... Because like, obviously there was things we had to decide, and we kept obviously trying to communicate with each other to make those decisions, and basically we just needed to move in together, I think, for a month whilst all that was happening, but we couldn't, obviously.
And I think that was it, wasn't it, in essence? Like our relationship, I mean, we always say our relationship is so different to any other relationship we've got, and it's probably the closest thing I have to marriage without being married to Tom, and it just brought in all those elements of relationship, and our relationship, it was hard. We navigated it really well, but it is very different, isn't it?
Oh yeah, massively.
We're like best friends, business partners, but with so many practical things like that underpin like what we do.
Well, it's like we were saying, weren't we? Like with your friends, you never talk about like money, do you? Or, you know, how you want to handle certain finances, or what your priorities are when it comes to like the business and things. And it's got so many layers to it, hasn't it?
So I mean, the money thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's massive, isn't it?
Huge.
Because you don't talk to your friends about, like, you know, well, how much do you want to be able to put away in savings, and what's your priority when it comes to finances? Is it living in the moment, or is it thinking about the future? And you don't have, the only person you have those conversations with is your partner, isn't it? And that's why it feels like a marriage, I guess.
Yeah. And that was, you know, and that has brought up so many emotional stuff, isn't it? Because we actually are. We're so similar.
Oh, yeah.
But we are different in loads of ways, around money, you know, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we've done so well.
We have. Honestly, I know we say this all the time, but I can't think of anyone else I could do this with.
No way. Please don't go.
No.
Anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
Well, you are.
Well, I am.
That was a good segue, wasn't it?
That was a good segue. Yeah.
Tell us, Katie.
I'm having a baby.
Woohoo!
I am 23 weeks. I've got to that stage now where I'm like, you know, your first try, I'd be like, I'm 8 plus something days. And I'm like, 23 weeks.
23 weeks.
Found out the Wednesday, your birthday I found out, didn't I? So it was in the middle of that week where we were setting the gym up. And we'd been trying, and I didn't really think, because of obviously how January was, I think we probably conceived because I just didn't put any pressure on it because of the gym.
Yeah.
I just wasn't really thinking about it. And then, I had a weird feeling on the Wednesday morning. And I was like, I'm just going to do a pregnancy test, not thinking, because obviously I'd done a lot of tests and they'd all been negative. And then I was like, oh my God. But then I told you, James, and then we just quickly had to get up and come here and crack on. And then I felt really weird around you. And you clicked on straight away.
I was going to say, how much am I allowed to say about how quickly I twitched?
Oh yeah, I didn't mind.
Does Jim know anything?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When did you actually click on? Was it the Saturday or was it before?
So, I don't know, because there was so much emotion, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But you're normally together, we're normally quite level about stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there was a couple of things towards the end of that week that you just like flipped about. And I was like, it's okay.
Where's this coming from?
It's fine.
Like the post box, was it? Was that
The
it?
post box was one of them. The signage.
Oh, yeah, the sign. Oh God.
I won't go into too much detail in case I don't want to offend anyone that's listening. But I just became really aware that you all of a sudden weren't just handling things differently than you normally did.
Yeah.
And then on the opening night, I knew. And I just looked at you like to say that I know, and you just went, not now.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then we didn't talk about it again.
Yeah. Did I say not now?
Yeah.
Did I? I can't really remember.
Do you remember?
What did you... Because you just came up to me and you were like, you're not drinking. And I was like, I am. And then... Did I say that?
And then I went, you're not. And
Yeah.
you went, not. You were like, not now.
Yeah.
And I let it go because I am such a pecker. Normally I'd be like, tell me. But I was like, no, she's not like this. This is not the time and it's not the place. And I could tell that you were holding it together.
Oh God, that night. So we opened the gym on the Saturday.
On the Saturday, yeah. You found out on the Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We opened on Saturday.
We had an open day, didn't we? Which was amazing.
So lovely.
We've not put anything on social media about. We're so bad. Like, we haven't put on about the open day. Like, we had a massive queue outside the door.
No, why did we never do that?
Know. We've not done anything about, like, the whole transformation of the gym.
Shit, we never did.
Know.
Oh my God, I've not realised till you've said it.
Well, I was thinking this the other day. I was like, we've not shouted about anything.
We've never done, like, a before and
after.
after.
But I think we were just so, like, let's just get in and get on with things.
It's surprising we're as successful as we are.
I know,
really,
we are terrible. We try.
We do try.
Maybe one day.
One day.
We'll do it. But yeah, we had a full on day, didn't we? The open day. Like, how did you feel about it? Because it was a bit nerve wracking, wasn't it? Like, we advertised we're doing this open day, thinking, is anyone going to come? Like,
I think I was in my element because that's what I do.
You
like
are
I do
so
events.
good at that.
I love events. Well, I don't love events. That's where I've worked in events for over 10 years.
Yeah.
So I think I was just
you're
like,
just like a duck to water, aren't you?
I'm happy. But it was still nerve wracking because it was different, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We didn't know who was going to turn up.
No.
But the evening, I mean, the daytime was lovely because it was just like a really nice steady flow of people, wasn't it? People that signed up with us, people that just wanted to come and have a nosy, friends, family.
Yeah.
But the evening, I mean, fucking hell, it was busy in here.
Yeah.
It got to a point where we were like, I don't know. We've invited too many
overwhelming.
people. Shit.
Well, we invited, like, friends and family, didn't we, ultimately?
Yeah.
Just as, like, an open evening sort of thing. But it was full. Like, we couldn't move, could we?
No. And it was wonderful. And the love. Because what is the closest thing to getting married? We've said that one. Like the love and
we
the
had
support.
Speeches and everything, didn't we?
We did. And it was amazing. It was overwhelming.
Yeah. I think I was, like, on the edge. But it was lovely. I think it was just more because I was still processing the news. But no, it was so nice, and, like, seeing everyone there and just, like, when you've done this thing and you've worked on it and you've made it exactly how you want, and then to have all of your loved ones there to see it was just...
But how did it feel having that amount of, like pressure about having an open day and the anticipation, and also having this, like, massive news that was because you also feel, like, physically, were you still feeling a bit sick then? Did you start?
I think I'd started, yeah. Just, like... I think I just went into... I definitely wasn't feel... I didn't feel like I was being myself. And then you put this pressure on to be... Like, obviously, when you do something like we do anyway, you've got to bring the energy, you've got to bring the vibe, you've got to be on, haven't you? And I just couldn't switch it on. And then I felt, like, guilty, like I was, like, letting you down, or, like, I wasn't... And then when we did the speech, obviously you're like, incredible at that sort of stuff. And I felt really like, I just can't bring it. But I think I did okay. Like, no one clicked on besides you. I don't think.
No, and also, like in terms of, like, the speeches and stuff, that is what makes us.
Yeah, it was a funny
I
speech.
wouldn't have
It was
wanted you to
great.
do any different. I mean, like, yeah, your reaction to my speech was hilarious. But also, like, everyone was like, you double act.
Yeah,
like,
we do
just,
double
just, like,
act, don't we?
slotting together.
Yeah.
Because if we're both trying to, like, you know, perform, like,
Yeah, no, we work well.
you know.
No, we do.
But you absolutely weren't letting anyone down.
No, I know. I
But
think I
know
was
that,
just...
like, feeling.
Yeah. And then everyone went to the pub after, didn't they? And then I, like, went, but then... I've never done this before. I sat down and then I just, after about 5 minutes, I just stood up and left, didn't tell anyone. And then I text James saying I'm leaving. And he's like, oh, like, I'll come with you, just let me finish this pint. So I was like, right, okay. Sat in the car, 15 minutes gone, he hadn't come. I was fuming. I was like, so angry at him. And he just didn't know. He didn't know how I was feeling or whatever.
No.
And then I ended up leaving him and driving home, which wasn't the end that I wanted, but I just was so emotional. I got home, just burst into tears. I think I was holding in so much emotion, and like me and James hadn't had a chance to like even process the fact that we, you know, I was pregnant, and then it was the worry of like, God, because we, you know, it was, I wasn't stressed, but there was a lot going on. I was like, this isn't ideal for your first few weeks of pregnancy and all that, but it was absolutely fine, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And it's so special that I found out the week of the gym, because it's like, yeah, it's just special. So
It's so special.
yeah, I found out on your birthday.
It's so sweet. And then the moment that you actually told me, and it did feel like one of those moments when you've got to break something like to your mum.
Yeah.
Like we've been around B&M, haven't we? Picking up like buckets and toilet rolls and
I just felt so
like
weird
that.
around you. I was like, I can't. I knew you knew anyway. We've been B&M and then we drove to the gym and we sat in the car and I was just like...
You were at the traffic lights. You're like, I'm going to have to tell you. It's like, here we go. And then we both just cried for half an hour, didn't we?
No, it was emotional too.
It was, but amazing.
I know.
Like, just seeing your guys' journey and like, you know, with the polycystic ovaries and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... Like, and we'll always make everything work. So just the relief that like you could say it and it was out there and that we could be happy.
Yeah, I know. Because I think there was that, like, we have just literally opened a gym and now I'm telling you I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
And obviously you knew we were trying, but it was still that, like, and you were like, of course this was going to happen.
Of
like,
course.
it was, like, that's just typical. And
It wasn't going to wait a year for the gym to bed in, was it?
It would
just
be
gonna
the week
like,
we were from
It
the
was going to be
gym.
the week we were from the gym, yeah.
So, yeah, I'll be able to tell baby that story, but...
Oh,
Yeah, I
I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
I can't wait to smell his little head.
I know. I've never been a newborn person, but now I'm like, ooh, can't wait.
Oh, and they're going to be here.
Yeah, and they're going to smell lovely.
Oh, I think it smells so good.
And all warm.
They're going to have a little bum that you can like pat.
Yeah.
Oh,
And squidge.
I've got to remember that we actually are filming.
Oh, yeah.
That I was going off then.
About how you want to pat the bum.
Hand pat and bum. So then...
So what else?
Well, so we've been talking about introducing someone else to the team for a while, haven't we? We'd always said, like, it'd be great if there was someone else that kind of aligned with our values and got what we were about. And I've just always, I think we're both a bit of control freaks. That's an understatement. But actually relinquishing some of that control onto someone else. And we've tussled with for ages, haven't we? And then you found out you were pregnant was like, right,
We've got to do something.
we need some help.
Yeah, which is hard for us to say, I think, isn't it? Because we've done all this on our own.
Yeah. And then enters Nat.
Nat enters.
So I had a beady eye on Nat for a while.
Yeah, we were eyeing her up, weren't we? Sounds creepy.
In a non-creepy way. She's ace. She's ace. And she's joined the team.
She has, yeah. She does a Monday morning, doesn't
Yeah.
she? Yeah.
And she's going to do a little bit more, hopefully, once you're off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been, you know what? Actually, I think me and you are very similar in the way that we build things up in our head.
Yeah.
And then in reality, when it happens, we're like, oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
it's fine.
Yeah.
We trusted. We thought about it long enough.
Yeah. That's the thing. We don't make irrational, impulsive decisions, do
No.
we? Like, well, we were saying this, weren't we? Like, well, do we? Because obviously with the gym, but it was like, it wasn't impulsive, was it? It was like, we see this opportunity, you've got to grab it, but we've not like, we'd never spoken about opening a gym before.
I think that's it. It's the time I've been thinking about before the impulsive. I think we're good at moving quick,
Yeah.
but we're also good at chatting before we decide.
Oh, yeah,
aren't
we talk a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, with Nat, I think we'd both, I don't know how, but we'd both come together to say we just both agreed, didn't we? I don't know who brought her up first. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I think because we chatted about her. It sounds really creepy. Sorry, Nat.
Yeah, sorry, Nat.
We've been chatting about her for a while. Just, I think because, you know, there's loads of really great PTs and trainers in the area.
There is, yeah.
And we know that what we offer is different than everyone. And everyone offers different things locally. And ours is a different ethos. And that was really important to us, wasn't it?
Yeah, massively, yeah. There was lots of things, wasn't there, that we were looking for. And it is, you know, we are unique and we know that, and we know that we do have a different way of, you know, personal training and a different way of mindset and the nature of what we do. So I think it was just really making sure that person, and also not wanting to change someone. Like, it's not about us bringing someone in and moulding them to fit us. Like, we wanted whoever we had to come in and be their own person, but
Absolutely.
kind of just slotting alongside us. So yeah, I think that was something we were really aware of, wasn't it? Not wanting to make Nat feel like she had to change or be different.
Yeah.
Like it was her, but giving her maybe a different space to bring out maybe different elements of her nature and her way of coaching.
Definitely.
So yeah, she's doing well, isn't she?
And the women love it.
They do, and it's good because she brings a different vibe, doesn't she?
Yeah.
You know, she's got a whole different way of coaching in a way. So yeah, it's great, and they love her. So
They do.
and like you say, I think we built it up, didn't we? But actually, it's been smooth sailing, hasn't it?
It's been really smooth sailing. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
And great that we get a lie-in on a Monday.
I know, what a game changer.
That is a game changer.
Sorry, Nat, 'cause I know you have to get up on a Monday if you are listening. But it has been, and it's small things when you run a business, like it's small things, isn't it, sometimes, that actually really impact your life.
Yeah. I don't think we realised the impact, did we? Because we were fine, weren't we? Like, it was only because of me getting pregnant that we thought, but actually, obviously, Nat's doing now before I'm even off, and it's just made a massive difference.
It has, just takes a bit more pressure off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because sleep, I mean, we wouldn't change the structure of what we do. It's really important that we have those really early sessions. But, you know, we have got busy lives. We have got other jobs outside of this. We have got other pressures going on. And I think we both do the thing of, we're fine, we just power through. We'll just power through. We'll just keep going.
Yeah.
But actually, there is a point where you're like, I need to take more time.
Massively.
And I think without knowing it, having that extra morning of not having that responsibility at the beginning of the week has allowed our weekends to feel a bit freer.
Yeah.
And a bit more like, actually, I've got more time to be present with the family.
Yeah.
I can think about my week a bit more. It's just it's rather than go like charging in like we do, kind of like.
That's it. It feels like we don't even have time to think. Sometimes we're just cracking on, just keep going, which we do good at. But then, like you say, I think it's just having a bit more. It feels like we've got more space between. Like there's more space between sisterhood, because sometimes it can just feel like just sisterhood constantly, can't it? Which again, we wouldn't change for the world. And when it's your own business, you don't mind it all. But I think it's made us realise that we do sometimes need to take that little step back.
We do, and I think and it benefits the members because there is a lot of them, and you know we do have new members joining every month. And we've really recognised, because we've repeated this cycle for over 2 years now, and it has taken a while for us to understand that cycle that repeats.
Yeah.
How much energy it takes to make sure that someone feels welcome and that they've got all the information they need, and that we've made sure that physically, if there's anything going on, or emotionally there's anything going on, that they feel like we've got them. And then they start. That's before even they've started, and then they start, and then it's a process of being in a different environment with a whole new bunch of people that they don't know, and then we've got the check-ins, and I think we don't validate how much of us we put into that.
No, we don't. No.
And that's fine, because that's our job. Yeah. And there's no like mini violin, like that is what we do. But actually having that extra space that Nat's given us gives us more time to think about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we do pour everything we've got into every single session, every single one-to-one that we have. you know, we do. And sometimes that looks different, doesn't it? Like some days, like we say to each other, I couldn't bring it today. And you give your 100% of what you can on that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, I mean, I've been guilty of it. Like, I'd be like, oh yeah, like when people ask me about it, I'm like, yeah, it's great, and you know, it just runs itself. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Why are you saying that?
We've had to really stop that, haven't we? Because like, I think because we love it so much, and it doesn't always feel like work.
Yeah.
That we are like, yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, love it.
But
and it is, all those things are true, but it is also just, I think it's helpful, like you say, just to validate like it's hard, and especially like you say, that cycle at like the start of the month, you know, it's amazing that we're taking on all these new women, and a lot of the nature of what we do, the sisters that sign up have never set foot in a gym before, or they're so petrified, and that's why they come to us. So it's and we're us being the people that we are, we're just so conscious of making sure that that person feels comfortable, because you know, a lot of the sisters that join the Sisterhood is the first experience they're ever getting of a gym, and it's our responsibility to make sure that that's a good one. So
absolutely. Yeah.
The rain. Oh no.
So the gym. Oh yeah, we've got a leaky ceiling. This one of my favourite things about the gym.
Yeah.
Is the sound of the rain when it comes.
It's so therapeutic, isn't
it? I don't know how it picks up on the mics. But yeah, we'll close this episode.
Yeah. Still so much to talk about.
So much to talk about
you.
Which we'll talk about next. That. There's so much more about you.
Yeah.
And things that we've talked about over the past 6 or 7 months that we were like, well, that's a podcast episode.
Yeah.
So this is just the start. This is just a hello, really.
Yeah, this is
hello.
Just the warm-up, the intro.
And a few people have been like, are you going to do more?
Yeah.
So here you are.
Here you go, guys. I know when I said to some of my friends and family, they were like, oh, you're doing a podcast again? I was like, yeah. So hopefully
if you're on your walk, if you're wherever you are right now, you're welcome. Or not. You're like, frickin' hell, that's off now. I'm never going to get back. Thanks, guys.
Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next time.
See you soon.